I saw this thing about people want to date me until blah, blah, blah. Well, people can want to date me, but I don't want to date them. That's what it is. See, the thing about it is, and I ain't trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but I was raised in a two-parent stable home, financially stable. My dad was in the military. You know what I'm saying? I'm a preacher's kid. All of my brothers and sisters were from my daddy and my mother together. They were married. And um, the thing about it is we over there, we were always in church coming up. You know, Sunday and Wednesday for Bible study, Friday, other days for revivals and everything, Saturday morning choir rehearsal and stuff like that. My mother didn't cuss. She did not drink. And she did not smoke. My mother didn't even wear pants because she was older, and she came from Mississippi and she was raised different. So she raised us that way with morals and ethics. But, I wear pants. But the thing about it is, like when she was growing up, only Jezebels wore pants. You know what I'm saying? And we were kind of like sheltered from a lot of stuff. So, like, even just joining Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I realized some people had it horrible growing up, you know what I'm saying? We never were on welfare and stuff like that. We didn't live in the projects or the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? So when I got on Facebook and started getting on social media, I saw that a lot of people grew up totally different. The house I grew up in uh, had 6 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We always had cars and vans. My daddy had a motorcycle. He had his own car shop. He worked for Jim for 36 years. He was in the army. I mean, it wasn't until I got older that I realized that we weren't rich, but we were different than our friends. You know what I'm saying? We never noticed. Well, I mean, I noticed that, they had different daddies and stuff like that, but I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because you're young, you just don't pay stuff like that any attention. We didn't treat them any different or nothing. They were our friends and their household was just different. You know what I'm saying? So then, uh, yeah, it was alarming sometimes when you go visit somebody and their mother's cussing and stuff like that. You'd be like, what in the world? Sitting there smoking and drinking. We were raised women don't do those kind of things. So, like, when I heard a girl was drinking beer when I was growing up, I was like, what kind of crap is that? Beer for men. You know, we were raised to be ladies. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, y'all trying to be white. No, we weren't trying to be white. Uh, uh, we were blessed to be financially stable and everything like that. And the people we went around were the same way. Most of them was still black and everything, but they acted like we did. We didn't go around. We weren't allowed on certain streets. We weren't allowed in certain neighborhoods. We're told that they were uh, 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 dangerous. To this day, I still don't go in certain neighborhoods. I still don't go on certain streets. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, it's not that we thought we were better than, it's just that my daddy, he ran away from home, I guess, when he was 12 years old. And the thing about it is he said he would never be hungry again, and he made sure of it. And he made sure that his family wasn't hungry, and he made sure that we had more than enough. He was a great provider for 9 kids. That's another reason why I'd be like, okay, why can't somebody just take care of 1 kid when my daddy took care of 9? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And why would they have that many kids if they can't take care of them? I mean, I tried to make it for sure. I had tried to make sure that I didn't, start having kids from 8, 9 different guys. So then the thing about it is when we got out of school, when we got out of school, uh, You either went to college or you joined the military or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did. You didn't sit around being a bum or anything like that. You made some of your life. And every last one of us have some kind of certificate, degree, or whatever. You know, even if it was just a trade or whatever, you got certified in something that you could make a good living off of. Uh, no, so the reason why I'm talking about this is because uh, I'm like, I'm old fashioned. I have morals and ethics, and I was what I call taught properly. So when it comes to finding a mate or a mate finding me, I believe it is important that you find somebody of like mind, because, uh, for example, if you grew up refined with morals and ethics and all this stuff like that, and then you get with somebody who wasn't raised properly or didn't come from the same kind of home, you take a chance of getting unrefined kids. That's Diamond. So the thing about it is like, so when you over there, uh, because Diamond, I'm taping, okay? Okay, whatever, Diamond. See, that's what I'm talking about. You see that? Her daddy is. See, that's what I'm talking about. Me growing up, I would never start barking when somebody's reporting. You know what I'm saying? She get that from her daddy. So anyway, you be quiet. Don't you see Mama taping? Anyway, so the thing about it is like I was saying, like for example, my son, uh, me and his daddy are different. You know, I don't drink, smoke, or whatever. My son went to go stay with his daddy for 4 years, and uh, he witnessed some things that I probably would never do in front of my kids, because my parents didn't do them in front of me. So Rontez, he over there, he does those things now. You know, and it's a mixture of the classes. I'm not saying that they're below us or anything like that. I'm just saying they're different. They could be lateral or whatever on the scale or whatever, but they are different. Like an orange and an apple are both fruits, but they're different. One's not better than the other. They're just different, you know? And if I was an orange and his daddy was an apple, Rontez has went to the apple side of the family. Now, my daughter, I'm an orange. Daddy is an apple. And she has gone to the apple side of the family. Doing things that oranges don't do or approve of. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is important, in my opinion, that oranges should just stay together and apples should stay together. People be like, oh, that's discrimination. It's according to what you want for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my children know better. Because I taught them. And they know those things aren't good. But they do them. You know? And then you get the grandkids. I got some of my lip. I got put my lip gloss on. And then you get the grandchildren. And you see that? That's from her apple daddy not teaching her proper manners. You see that? So it trickles down the line. It trickles down the line. Apples have apples, have apples, have apples. You know what I'm saying? And Diamond's an apple. You know what I'm saying? She knows she ain't supposed to be making all that noise. Especially while I'm taping. And when there's like more apples around than oranges, the kids will go towards the apple way. Go towards the apple way. You know, they know stuff ain't right. And they know mommy would not like. They know what I don't like. And they know what I think is sinful and purposely don't do certain things. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They know that. But they still do them. They grown now. They say they can do whatever they want to do. Me, I'm 48. My parents are dead. And I still refuse to do certain things. Because I know my parents would not appreciate me doing them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just like this. If kids over there, all they see. Diamond Marie. Don't you see me taping? Diamond Marie. Don't you see mommy taping? Come here. Here, get up here. Talk to him. Get up here and tell him. Get up here and tell him what you mad about. Come on. Jump up here. Come on. Jump up here, boo-boo. Okay. Sit here. Sit here while I talk, okay? Sit here. Yeah, okay. That's Diamond. My son's baby. So anyway. So the thing about what I'm saying is like if you over there, if all kids see are parents cursing, drinking, smoking. I mean, if that's what kids see every day, they're going to think that's the norm. And they are going to follow suit. Every now and then, there's probably a kid who be like, I can't stand my mother. All she does is sit around smoking and drinking and cursing, talking about turning up, blah, 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 blah. And it's because, maybe something trickled down from her grandmother or somebody else, another aunt who's more refined or whatever. But most of the time, kids follow what they see at home. So, you know, if they see a bunch of men always coming in and out, how many boyfriends did the mama have? You know, and mama always sticking her butt out and always cursing and always drunk or high and stuff like that. Most likely they're going to end up the same way. You know? And I don't think parents today really, they don't really care about how their kids really turn out, because if they did, they wouldn't do these kind of things in front of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it all starts at home, you know? That brings me to another thing about people always talking about, well, we weren't taught that in school. Well, you had parents, right? My parents taught us a lot of stuff. They got us the encyclopedias, Funk and Wagnalls, the Family Life Cycle, a whole bunch of stuff, you know, stuff like that. And they taught us a lot of stuff at home. If we asked a question, oh my goodness, we was about to get a 5-hour speech about how it became and why this and why that, blah, 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 blah. So when we went to school, my friends said we knew more than the teachers did. But the thing about it is, that's how it is. You're supposed to learn at home. You know what I'm saying? When you go to school, that's supposed to be a refresher. That's how I always say. School is just a refresher. You're supposed to learn at home. You know what I'm saying? Because listen to this. I won't call them the enemy, but we'll just say the enemy, okay? The enemy runs the schools. They're only going to teach you what they want you to teach. I mean, what they want to teach you. And the thing about it is they're not going to tell you stuff really that's going to make you really over there be successful. And people are kind of slow if they really believe that the school system is going to teach them stuff, like elementary school and stuff like that, really teach them stuff that's going to help them be successful, especially if you on my side of town. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. So that's why it's important that our parents teach us what we need to know, because they're not going to teach you finances and all that stuff like that unless you pay them, like go to college and stuff like that. But other than that, no. No. So anyway, that's what I'm just saying. You're supposed to teach your kids and stuff at home, you know? But what are you teaching them at home? What are you teaching them at home? Are you cursing and everything in their presence? Are you smoking in their presence? Are you drinking in their presence? Do you got men running in and out? Are you just not doing anything with your life, staying on welfare because your mom was on welfare and your grandma was on welfare, living in the projects, not trying to do anything with your life? And then what they do, they follow suit. They want to get out the house. So what they do, they have premarital sex, get pregnant, go live in the projects, be back on welfare. I mean, multi-generational welfare recipients, because they've basically been taught by their parents how to live off the government. And they think it's great. You know, I mean, I ain't putting people down. I'm just saying, if we're going to do anything to get our kids to be better, we have to be better. But the thing about it is a lot of these people who was born in the 70s weren't taught any better. That's what the problem is. These kids who were, I think it's the ones, it started with the 70s people. They started messing up everything. Because the 60s people, they were still being taught morals and ethics. You know, they had the older parents who had came from the South and stuff like that or whatever. But these 70s, the ones that were born in the 70s, I think the 60s people, well, it's the 70s who's really, the people who were born in the 70s is when it really started getting jacked up, because our kids, we were too lenient on them. Too lenient. And we started getting away from the morals and ethics and stuff like that, and we partied too much and all that crap. We didn't raise our kids correctly. Now, I tried to raise mine correctly, but they wouldn't live with their daddy, and that when you get back to the different classes. Sorry, Ronald. I'm just saying. But this whole talk was talking about mixing of the classes. And so, if you're looking for a mate, try to get somebody who basically was raised the same way as you, with the same morals, the same thoughts, ethics, background. Back in the day, that's how they did. You have to be of a certain caliber. A certain caliber. Diamond. Like me, for example. I don't want to be with anybody who smokes. I don't want to be with anybody who drinks. If you don't believe in the Lord, I don't want to be with you either. Because I found a lot of people who don't believe in the Lord don't have moral and ethics, and they'll just do anything. They don't even try to be a nice person. I'd rather be with somebody who believes in the Lord and try to be a good person than somebody who don't believe in the Lord and just a ghetto thug or whatever. Ghetto stuff irritates me because a lot of it makes us black people look bad. And I don't know if they even know what they look like when they do things like that or whatever. They weren't taught properly. They weren't. They weren't taught properly. And you can't take them around anywhere because they're an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the refined and the unrefined should mix. And people might over there disagree with me, that's fine. But I don't think the refined and the unrefined should mix because it gives, because you got to have children. And when you have children, you take a risk of the child taking the unrefined characteristics. I'm not talking about looks, I'm talking about manners, history, background, how they were brought up. How they were brought up. Because one, y'all's relationship ain't gonna last. Because if the one keeps doing things that you just think is like totally ghetto and whatever, it's gonna disgust you. Just disgust you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be in trouble with the family, his family, because they think you're snotty or Miss Rich Bitch or stuff. That's what they call me. I don't cuss, but I'm telling you what they call me. Or highfalutin or whatever, just because you ain't ghetto like them. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it?